we're going to stay on with the Grand Slam in a title switch that actually was meant to happen. NJPW Strong champion Eddie Kingston defeats Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship. Congratulations to Eddie. I know you're a big fan of Eddie's, so yeah.
I do like Eddie, but I love his interviews. His interviews to me are so authentic, and he don't take any crap. To me, he's the ultimate hard ass. And he can ride that as long as he's able physically to do it. And you're talking about Cesaro. I call him Cesaro. Actually, I talked to him yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's doing well. He lives not too far from me, but since I'm so goddamn lazy, I won't get up and walk out the door half the time. But he's doing well, and I wish he'd have got. I don't know if he do the guess if he's working. I mean, he could do it.
I was going to say Jake Hager didn't he?
Yeah,
he's with AEW.
I'm gonna try him.
Yeah, do it.
So fans, listen. I'm gonna try to get Cesaro. So say a little bit of those. See if he'll do it. But the guy speaks 5 languages. You know that?
Yeah. He did. He did like some German speaking stuff for WWE's like German channel on YouTube. Yep. He used to do interviews in German. I thought it was a really cool idea to. I mean, it's meant to be the World Wrestling Entertainment, and I like it when they actually bring people in from around the world and sort of include, other countries in it for some exclusive stuff. I think that's really cool.
Well, I'm glad he got the exposure in WWE. I'm glad he's getting the exposure in AEW. And that guy there is probably pound for pound, probably one of the strongest guys in wrestling. You can't tell it by looking at him, but he is. He's very, very strong, and he can go from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock because he doesn't get tired. Great guy. And I used to travel with him. It'd be me and Jack and Cesaro. And I'd be talking to the back while watching Jack try to drive and kill us. Oh, my God. Jack, he might be the worst driver in wrestling, except for Tom Pritchard. Tom Pritchard gets you killed. You have to watch. See, because I learned a long time ago on these late night trips, I might ride and drink a beer or two, but I didn't want to drink too much because I had to be the navigator. I had to say, what's this? What's this? So anyway, when you get on these roads, and this is the way it used to be, when you get on these roads and you're traveling from town to town, and a lot of times you leave your house or your apartment and you go to make a shot, you may not get back to 3 o'clock in the morning. Some of those trips were ungodly. So, but you either did it or you didn't. You wasn't in the wrestling business. So, but anyway, Cesaro's doing well. I talked to Jack too. Jack's doing well. So,
you never know. Maybe a Real Americans reunion on Storytime with Dutch Mantell coming up. I'm not.
But I was thinking this because I couldn't do it. I don't think. But since the country is so divided with conservatives and liberals, they hate each other, literally hate each other. I've never seen the country like this before, the United States. But I think if you would just tone that we the people gimmick down just a little bit, I think you'd get a lot of attention on that.
I think so.
And see, now all the other networks or all the other news organizations, they're following wrestling a lot closer now than they used to because they're looking for content. That's all they're looking for. So if you had a divisive gimmick like We the People in AEW, I think it would take off. It's a tricky subject, but I think I could work it to where, or we could book it to where it'd be
Hey, no,
it'd
you
be
said work it.
worthwhile.
You said you could work it like that. So what you're thinking that you might? Let's say if Claudio JK comes back, they put him in a tag team. You'd do that if it was in Florida, a show in Florida. You'd turn up for one, wouldn't you, and say, "Hey, I'm bringing back the real Americans."
Yeah, well, yeah, but I wonder could I do it virtually, so I don't have to leave my house.
It'd be nice if you could do like a giant 50-foot head, like 3D head that appears in the arena and gives instructions.
Let me bring up something I just read the other day, and I've been reading about this. It was a building in Vegas called the Sphere.
Yes, yeah.
18,500 seat arena. But the deal is it's covered on the outside with massive TV screens, and they can show anything they want to show. They've already tried it. They showed the Earth. I'm going to make a trip to Vegas just to see that. Unbelievable. Can you imagine that, though? And it costs, what's it cost? It costs $2.4 billion to build.
You get smacked down for 8 years for that kind of money on your TV show.
And I was looking at see what they booked already. I got their first act in there. If I think about it, I can remember. But I was looking for a WWE date in there because that'd be the first wrestling show. They'd sell it out. And what a TV extravaganza that would be. Hell, I just shoot on the outside of the building for a while. But it's that amazes me that they can build something like that.
Yeah, AEW needs to have a smaller version with just your head, and like I know it's a circle, but also 2 prongs out for the mustache.
Yeah,
then you give orders virtually.
That would be good.
I'm going to move on because
you know what, James? See, if you would take this podcast a little more seriously instead of just kidding around, we might have something here. Oh, I want to bring something else up.
Oh, go on.
We're trying to get 100,000 subscribers, which to me is massive. We're sitting at 94,000 right now. But last week we had like 92. So we are climbing. So fans, help us out here a little bit. If you haven't subscribed, please just subscribe and keep listening. Tell your friends.
Tell your enemies.
Tell your enemies. But they might not do it. If you're an enemy, they may.
Tell your enemies not to subscribe.
Yes, that's reverse psychology. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. I like that. So we're trying to get 100,000 subscribers. What do we get, James? A kicking ass or what?
And a pat on the back. 2 feet apart, aren't they? We get a lovely silver YouTube plaque. You can actually see this now as well. You can see that on the camera now. So I've messed around with some stuff. But yes, we get a lovely silver YouTube plaque award. And by
you have one?
One? I've got 2. No, I've got 3. Have I?
What did you get 100,000 subscribers on?
Well, WCW. Forget WCW. WSI, something not wrestling related, and something else. But yeah. So I'd like my 4th. You'd like
WSI,
your 1st.
You said not wrestling related, but I thought that's what the W stood for.
No. WSI is wrestling related. I've got something for non-wrestling related, and then I've got a 3rd thing.
I see. But, so you had 100,000 subscribers.
Yes. So
really?
I'd like to add a 4th plaque. That'd be nice.
That would be good.
And do you know what really sucks is that they only give you one.
Okay,
so I've got to pay $230 for another additional plaque to send to you.
Hey, you could cut it right down the middle.
Well, that's what Bill Alfonso would do. Right down the middle, Daddy. That's what he would do.